Well,
well, Chris, what is your fortune?
what is my fortune? I don't have one. I'm broke.
I'm actually all out of cookies, but I mean, that'd be my thing, you know?
I have cookies in my house. We can walk over real quick.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If we just so happen to have a cookie, so if you have a cookie and then you write fortune on it, is that a fortune cookie?
I don't think that is a pun.
Is that the way it works?
I don't think you said that and you smiled at me like that was a pun, but it wasn't like a clever thing.
Like if you see a cookie and then it says fortune on it, what are your first thoughts?
Yeah, maybe it's a fortune branded cookie, and like, yeah, okay, I guess I get that, but like, it's you're looking at me like it's a funnier joke than it is, and I don't want you to have the satisfaction.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh man, I love shit like that. Like it's super lame, but it's so goddamn funny. I'm gonna do that for you.
No thanks.
I actually can do that right now.
That's all right. You can stop that.
I have a Sharpie and I have a cookie actually. And
yeah,
I can write fortune on it.
That's cool that you can do that. I'm glad that you have the means.
I'm gonna do that.
No.
Yes. Welcome to SWAI Talks.
Hello. Hi. I'm Chris.
I'm Cameruhn, or Cam,
or Cameruhn.
Yeah, the H is silent. So like, you know how like Sarah has an H in it? It's like my name. My name has an H in it.
I never thought about the fact that Sarah, the H in Sarah is silent.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually dumb. The H in Chris is silent too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The H in crazy is silent too.
That is crazy. Interesting.
Yeah.
Crazy. I see it now. Yeah, when he says that, crazy. Like the H is in there. Gnarls Barkley. Does that make me crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
There is.
Crazy.
Can we be clear about the fact that you know that there's no H in crazy?
No, I thought really there's an H in crazy.
No.
There's not an H?
No.
Interesting.
Oh, all right. You're just fucking with me now.
I really am. But I mean, I guess we can start the podcast. I mean, this is more of a interview, right? Kind of thing.
That's how podcasts work, I feel like.
I mean, are we doing a podcast?
Still basically an interview. It's just like a talk, and we have topics and questions for each other to talk about. So we can each talk about ourselves too much and indulge in our own lives like we're cooler than we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, realistically, we're just trying to figure it all out. To be real with you. This is actually, I think, the third time that we've tried to do this, or the second?
This is the second time we've tried to do it. We've done like a test setup for like lighting and everything, which this could still be better. We could still have better lighting, but this was also like all the audio problems we were having. Lighting just kind of like, it works. It's better.
All right, let's get into it.
Did you have
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not prepared, honestly.
Well, if you want, you're involved. Just go on Trello.
Okay.
The board is up. It's up there.
I was like, oh, this phone's dead.
Oh,
this is my Trello phone.
That's okay.
And the charger is.
Well, here's the thing. I can just ask you questions, and then you can like ask them back, and we can do it like that.
Is that how questions and answers work? Q and A's.
Q's and A's turn into A's and Q's. Q's and A's then turn to Q's and A's. You get it.
What about Q's and P's?
That's
I don't care. Saying your Q's and P's, guys. What does that mean, actually? Do you know what that means?
I don't know, but do you remember that fake whispering thing? Yeah. That's all I can think of when you say P's and Q's. I actually don't know what
Is it P's and Q's?
It's P's and Q's.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think it's just little things.
Guys, really need you to stay on your P's and Q's today. We have a new teacher coming in. Like, what does that mean?
Well, I guess they're like subtle differences. You need to like look at the details because P's and Q's are just backwards from each other. Lowercase P's and Q's.
Oh.
You're the P to my Q. I don't like that.
I don't like that at all.
Hey, Cam.
That's going to be edited out. I don't think you're going to get moment like to see my face and see my face.
Cam, what's your recent focus been? Your biggest focus?
Damn, that's difficult.
You don't have to get into like ultra specifics.
I know that's really difficult.
I think I kind of know the answer.
Biggest focus is this agency and manifesting business for it. So we can not have to work jobs. So we have more time to create. Biggest focus. Yes. Everything's SWAI and the strategic ways that we need to move in order to create revenue for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of expecting a community.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because I know that's been the biggest thing that's been like,
okay, well, yeah,
kind of growing recently, and it's been a big focus.
Okay,
of at least yours.
Community, yes, my big focus. But I'm saying like from a whole goal aspect, yes. But community, yes, we are diving into the community of the creatives. I mean, it's just so cool. Austin's just the more you get into the scene, you just realize like, okay, we got some dope people doing some dope shit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend yesterday, and we were talking about like the music scene here, and he was just like, yeah, it's really cool to like have some friends that are like kind of like getting successful with music. And I was like, yeah, it's like kind of hard to find bands that really like aren't just kind of like your surface level like rock band that everybody's like a part of in Richmond. Which, by the way, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, not Austin. This is a new place to me.
This is a new place to me too.
Yeah, he's from Houston.
It's Houston.
Tejas.
It's H-Town.
Houston, Tejas.
No, I really don't think you should be disrespected. Houston like that.
Can I disrespect my own hometown?
Yes.
Then? All right, I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
What?
Richmond. I'm from the RVA.
You're from is that the DMV area?
I actually don't know what the DMV area. DMV.
It's like the Maryland, Virginia.
Yeah, I guess that
area.
I mean, like we have a DMV. If that, like, if we had to get my license, I had to go to the DMV office, and I had to
like the rapper Wale and Missy Elliott and
there's
the DMV area. Pharrell.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what DMV stands for. Hold on, I'm gonna goggle that. Real quick.
You're gonna goggle that?
I'm so sorry.
You're gonna use he's gonna use his goggles to Google.
Yeah.
Google goggles.
Wow. We're so original.
What if you went to a class and he was like, guys, pull out your Google goggles, and they're in their desk, and it just intensifies like the Google experience.
Yeah.
No.
You're not the first person to say that, and I know that.
Really?
But also, the DMV area is just the Washington metropolitan area, which is just like the suburbs of DC / the city of DC. So it's not actually like, I guess metropolitan is like,
because you can like it
stretches out pretty far.
Yeah, because like Wale is from the rapper is from Washington, but the DMV area goes through like it goes from Washington to
It's if I'm committed enough, I'll just put a picture up right now. But it's like just like kind of peeks into Maryland a little bit. It's mainly in Virginia, and then almost comes to like the border of Delaware. That's
Delaware. There's like one rapper out of
Delaware. Delaware, silly. I like the white noise. I like that it's just it's the crickets of our podcast.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, you were talking about how you're from DMV, and I'm sorry, from Richmond, Virginia, and then
sorry, we're majorly sidetracked here. The music scene there is mainly like metal and rock music, and that's essentially it. From what I know of, at least when I was there, that's what I was a part of. And when you come out here, there's so much like, it's a big, broad spectrum of everything. And every band is just kind of like somewhere in between genres and like trying to push something new, which is crazy. And I was talking to my friend about that yesterday. And he just kind of like, after I ranted about it for a minute, he just went, well, fucking duh, you're in Austin, which is like known for being one of the more like creative cities in the US.
It's kind of crazy.
That like shows, but like I kind of like forgot about that, being surrounded by so many creatives all the time, that not everywhere is like this.
It's not, especially like places like I forgot. So I was talking to somebody that came from, where did they come from? Let's just 86 that whole thought. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna whiteboard that one. Yeah. Are we gonna move on to the next question?
Okay.
Or do you want to ask me a question? How do you want to structure this? All right, you can pick any of those.
Chris, what would you not do with the photo shoot?
I actually thought long and hard about this one.
Oh, okay.
When I asked it, because I wrote it down because I wanted to know from other people, but I actually have no idea what I wouldn't do. There's not a lot that I wouldn't do besides unless I were being paid for it, probably wouldn't do like anything crazy high up, like the hanging over the edge of like a building kind of thing. I couldn't. I would die mentally. I'm not great with heights. So if it were like a photo shoot where it's like, oh, we're up on the edge of like this like high rise, this like skyscraper, and like kind of want to like do this kind of daring like down on the city shoots, I'm like just holding my camera like tightly strapped around my arm over the edge, and I'm taking a few pictures and seeing if they work. I'm not gonna actually like put myself in any danger like that.
I actually never knew that.
Not danger.
Unusual height situation.
Yeah, it's weird because I used to like really like the idea of just like climbing everything in sight.
And I like love doing daredevil shit when we shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one time I was on top of that bridge, and then I almost like
picture. All right, continue.
Yeah, I almost fell. Remember, like I was trying to get down, and then that was kind of like scary. Hooks? Yes,
yeah. That was a freaky moment, especially. Well, okay, that wasn't just like that was like 2 or 3 stories up, but it was also 2 or 3 stories over a road.
Oh man, that was scary. Oh man, I was like, oh shit, Chris. Like, oh man, I was dangling. But yeah, I'm all about the daredevil shit. Whatever it takes for the shot, and not for the gram, people. Literally for the shot.
Yeah. Like, we'll do it for the shot. I mean, it's just like a broader version. It just doesn't have to go on the gram.
Yeah.
Same with it could mean for the vine. You get it.
Oh, man.
Actually, I'm just going to ask you that right back, though.
What?
What would you not do at a photo shoot or video or whatever? What would you not do for a shoot, for a concept?
I'm not into the naked stuff.
That's fair.
That's just off top of my head.
That was one of the things that I thought about saying is like a lot of the like boudoir kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not like huge into. I guess I like not to like steal your question answer time away from you real quick, but
answer time.
I'm sorry.
It's answer time.
That's not good.
Answer time.
I don't like that.
No, we're gonna rock with that one for now. That's how we're gonna do it. Answer time.
I like the whole idea of like this like cute, intimate, like couple stuff. That's just kind of like more of like capturing a moment than capturing like anything like sexual, really. But it's not like this like, oh, look at like the beauty of the naked body. It's like, no, look at these 2 people who like are, you know, close
sharing
enough to like, be in a moment, and like obviously a lot of those moments are like not fully clothed.
Yeah, and if that is the situation, then I would probably honestly just be more comfortable being shot by a female photographer in that instance, if that's a thing. But yeah, not really into the boot. That's just not the style of modeling that I do or would be into. But yeah, because I remember one time in college, this girl was an artist, and she asked me to she wanted me to like just stand naked in front of a class while everybody just draws me, like sculpture drawings or whatever that shit is called. And I would get paid like $25 an hour for that. And she was like, you have a really nice physique. And this is back when I was like playing basketball for real and working out in college and shit. And I was like, it's gonna be a hard no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not. Yeah.
That makes sense. That's I mean, that's flattering, but I would also I wouldn't be able to bring myself to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, just off top. No naked stuff.
Yeah.
On camera. no naked stuff on camera.
Uh-huh. That's fair.
So you piggyback.
Yeah.
The same question. So I need to ask you another question.
Yep. Just make it fair, even.
Ooh, this is a good one. Distractions.
Distractions?
That just says distractions, but distractions is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we pick? There's a lot of things that we can go into with the distractions. What's your? Oh, my bad. Damn, he told me not to do this too. Mm-hmm. Why do I do? That's just how I think. Yeah. I have to like. Do
you something. Can think with like fabric. It's soft. It doesn't make a sound.
Well, that's a slogan.
Think with fabric. It makes sense.
You can think with like fabric. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Continue. Move on.
Okay. What's your biggest distraction from accomplishing? I don't know.
Goals within SWAI or goals within life?
Oh, goals within life.
Goals within life. Okay, that's different, I guess. That's actually really tough. My biggest thing I think would be like trying to like enjoy myself as much as possible, and then I get like stressed out about like the fact that I'm not living as much as I want to and like doing as much as I want to. And that gets like in the way of like going and accomplishing some of the like personal like businessy kind of goals that I have. So I guess that's a little more like SWAI. Mm-hmm. But like for life, I don't know. The biggest distraction would just be like maybe content and like social media and Instagram and constantly being like stuck on online, I guess. Mm-hmm. Or like consuming media when I could be out there like making it and like having my own experiences.
Ooh. That was a good one. Thanks. It's true. It's crazy because like we look for all this, we have Pinterest, and I'm still like all about Tumblr, but we look for like all these inspiration and set all these mood boards up rather than just like going out and creating it and living through our own experiences and our own imaginations. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like you see that you make a whole Pinterest board for a shoot, and you're like, you have all the inspiration, and you're like, it's gonna be something like this, rather than just like having the idea and then shooting it and then creating in a moment, in a sense, like, but still it being structured, like, you know. But that's good. That's a good.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. Me
I was
too.
thinking, and I didn't finish. A lot of times I think in the middle of my conversations, and then I don't finish my conversations. My sentences. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
That's okay.
My mind's always going like 100 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. It's always going over the speed limit.
That's dangerous. Slow down. Wear a seatbelt.
Wear a seatbelt. It's toasty.
It is toasty. It's like 85 degrees in here right now. I'm probably visibly shiny.
Yeah, that's with
right now.
Yeah, my air's not even on right now.
And I don't even have like that Texas body where like you're used to like sweltering heat all the time.
Yeah,
I have that.
You got a Texas body.
Ooh, girl.
Ooh. She's like, no, actually, I have a Virginia body.
My Virginia body can't take this heat right now.
Yeah. Shout out to all those Texas bodies out there.
Who? Did you point at the camera? Or did you point over?
I pointed at the camera.
I wouldn't like. I won't like that when I'm editing this.
It's gonna be so funny.
Ooh, I don't want it.
TVs. TVs. TexasBodies.com.
What's your biggest recent musical interest?
Music interest?
Yeah. Like biggest artist or biggest like genre or little niche like thing you found?
Man, I'm really digging like, I don't know, I call it like emo R&B, but it's just like that low key R&B with kind of beats that like are very minimal. Like artists have a lot of room to work with harmonies and melodies in these kind of beats, not too much like, I mean, I love the Travis Scott sound because he just murders that, but I just like very chill, soothing emo style R&B. Like this one artist named After the Party who I'd be jamming like crazy. He's so good. He's so dope. But that's just one artist. I mean, we're really in, I mean, me and you, we talk music all the time, and it seems that we are very fascinated with UK music right now. Just UK artists are just murdering it right now. So listen to a lot of UK artists like, you know, Zelo, and Coltrane is also After Party, and Coltrane. Coltrane is COL and then number 3 and then Train, TRANE. TRANE. He's so cold. He's so cold. So yeah, I mean, me having like an R&B background, that's just gonna be like my first and foremost. But I just love, right now I'm loving the evolution of R&B. It's kind of getting back into like its own little vibe for a few years. Like I would say from the 2012 to 2000.
It stagnated for a while.
It was like more like rapping R&B.
Yeah, it was almost like from like what I was like shown and like exposed to, it was more just like chill rap than it was R&B.
You didn't have to be like, you didn't have to be able to sing really. You could just like talk softly on the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was like some singing, and it was more like soul than it was R&B, and so there wasn't really like that sweet spot in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the type of music that I'm listening to on the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, I'm a type of person to discover artists like early and then listen to them, and then they blow, and I'm like happy for them. But like, I really love to like discover artists early. So I like to listen to like a lot of low key artists. Also really in love with just the female voice in general, from female R&B voice, like that just like I can sing and I have like a slightly raspy voice, and just that, I don't know, just love that stuff. I would just love to have a female like that just talk to me on the daily.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, yeah,
a pleasant sound.
Yeah. Like that Alina Baraz sound, like you just have a conversation just on the phone for hours with her. Her voice is like Banks, Alina Baraz. Those are just people I know, or artists I know people know about, but there's plenty of other artists that like kind of have that cadence. Mira May. Check out Mira May. She's cold too.
Mira May is wonderful.
I move because I want to move. Man, she's so cold. I be playing her in a restaurant. Oh, those are just, that really has nothing to do. Okay, if you weren't working your current role, what's that about?
Other roles that you might want to play across like the creative board.
In SWAI?
I guess not just in SWAI, but in everything. But you can start with in SWAI. That makes sense. Like, I'm behind the camera a lot of the time. I don't do a ton of writing. I don't do a ton of being in front of the camera, like etc. Yeah, I guess I just there's like a small part of me that wants to be in the front of the camera sometimes, but it's kind of like under my own control. It's kind of like a weird concept for me. And I talked to a couple people actually. I want to say her name is Isra. I'm getting this wrong probably, and I'm going to make sure that I have this right, because I'm going to shout out because I had this conversation. It is Isra. At the meeting, about how it's like this kind of weird.
At the meetup?
Yeah. At the Spider House meetup a couple weeks ago. It's this kind of like weird, like sacrificing your own control, like your own creative control. Because like even when like the shots that I have of myself that are like up on social media or put anywhere are like, they're my camera, they're my control. The shots that I didn't want done are like I went through and I like ousted the ones that kind of I looked like funky to me. Like didn't fit my vision. To like have the idea of somebody else like shooting me is scary thing.
What?
But like I also know that you do that all the time, but I think it's just like the idea of like putting your trust in somebody to do it. And like make you look okay or the way that you want.
It's the same situation with me, I guess.
Yeah.
When it comes to me shooting with you all the time, because I know how we operate in the style of modeling that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you know how to capture.
So yeah, putting my trust into another photographer is always like kind of I gotta like really like meet the photographer and talk to them, kind of figure out where they are.
Yeah.
What's their vision and what they like to shoot to see if we'll blend together, you know?
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess writing more, because I don't actually like, we put so much effort into like scheduling, and like I guess we've been putting a ton more effort into pre-production and like getting everything planned out and making sure we have extra hands on set to like help out with like lighting or help out with like effects that we're trying, even if it's like, here, hold your phone flashlight and wave it back and forth. Like I want to, I guess, put a little more work into like the psychology of writing, if that makes any sense.
I think that requires a smaller team that you might have to manage on your end of the spectrum. Like I'm down to write, and I'm sure Merrifer might be down. But like just realizing what people want to do within SWAI, like their strength and stuff like that, and like maybe that's not something they'd be interested in. That way, if like I think that if we can assemble people that's interested in that particular.
Yeah. Well, that's I kind of think the way that we have it structured and the way that we've kind of broken it down as a business model is that we have 3 different departments. We have our like business relation, which then carries on to like creative, and then creative goes to production. And that creative would be handling all of like the pre-production stuff, like writing and everything. So like business would talk to the company about like what they want, or just client or whoever is like creative directing like a personal project about what they want out of it. And then they take that information, they try to sum it up the best they can in a creative idea, and then plan it down to like the tiny details, and then run that through production, which is like my end.
Right.
So I guess I would like to be involved in creative a lot more than I was in, or like coming up with like a bigger idea than just, or a more complex idea than what I shoot now.
Yeah.
Because most of what I shoot is just like, what I'm focusing on is, oh, I want this to be visually appealing. And like, I have a few moments of like, okay, well, we need to shoot this at like, 100 millimeters so that like it feels like a cold, distant shot, like, and not like this warm, cuddly moment. And kind of like remove ourselves. But like the psychology of that goes into like all these different shots. And I guess that's still on the production side, but being able to plan that beforehand. That's it.
For sure. Stope.
His Stope.
Fucking.
What's your favorite coffee spot in Austin?
Damn, that's hard.
We've been to a lot, but what's your favorite?
I'm going with I've had my most outings and meetings and stuff at Hank's.
Okay,
I'm gonna say Hank's.
2 categories. What's your favorite atmosphere and what's your favorite coffee?
Okay. Oh, easy. Okay, yeah. Hank's favorite atmosphere, hands down, and then favorite coffee would be Starbucks.
Okay.
I mean, like they just get me. I have that. Okay, guys, I have the app, the Starbucks app. Get the app; it'll change your life. If you just an avid, always on the go, and you're near a Starbucks, because you accumulate points when you order in the app, and they let you do like any type of measurements you want to do for coffees. I'm super bougie with my coffee, which just makes it a lot easier because I don't have to go to Starbucks and tell them my order. Okay, first off, I am lactose intolerant, which sucks. I love milk. And so I had to go with the soy option, right? And I drink mochas. It's the only coffee I drink. So, because I don't drink coffee necessarily for like coffee or the espresso, I drink it more for the sweetness. I have a sweet tooth. So my mochas are like, they involve raspberry and peppermint, but a lot of Austin places don't have raspberry. They don't have raspberry, so they have lavender. Lavender is really big in Austin, so I usually do like lavender if I'm at a local shop. But yeah, so it's a grande soy raspberry peppermint white mocha with light whip. Like, just imagine like just having to say that. But I have actual pumps like on the app. I have like pumps like.
This morning, I have your drink saved on my Starbucks app, but I had to go and I only have yours as an iced version. So you texted me and you were like, hot. And so I had to sit there and I screenshotted one of them and I was like flipping between apps, making sure that I got every detail right before I ordered it.
Yeah, I'm super bougie with the coffee. So yes, I really love this to start because they make it right every time. But if you're going to go local for atmosphere wise, again, Hanks, and then where was I at? And I was like, this is a really good coffee. Oh, the Grove, or the Grove is the restaurant. Lola Savannah, which is basically another branch of the Grove, which is a wine bar here. So it's like a wine bar and kitchen, and they also have a coffee shop infused with their building. And yeah, they have infused combined. Infused. It's not infused, guys.
Infused.
Combined.
Infused coffee.
Okay.
Infused coffee.
No. No. It's together.
You're together. Keep it together. I can't keep
Gotta keep it together.
We're gonna oust that one. Also, I'm completely okay with us back and forthing the same questions.
Okay.
Because I realize that
all these
there are things that like obviously I want to talk about where I ask you a question, then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm thinking about it like in that time. And then probably bouncing to a different topic immediately.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
That way it kind of, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. We're still fucking. This is we love you.
I'm not new to this. Coming from the 6th side. I'm not. We're actually very new to this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This is the first one. So bear with us. I love you for being. If you are even listening to this at this point,
up to this point, like
you're
kudos to you. Really
probably my best friend. We can get married right now. Tonight. I've got enough gas to get us to Vegas.
You have to pay for the wedding now.
Do you think you have to drive all the way to Vegas to get married tonight? That's like a place that would marry you with like a ceremony, not just like go to the courthouse and get married.
I have to drive to Vegas.
Is there not a place in Austin where we could go like have a quick, like a quickie? Same day?
A quickie? Yeah, well, you can go to a hotel for that.
Yeah. Well, motels are probably more appropriate. They're cheaper. You don't have to put all the effort and money into it. Okay. Anyway, what I'm saying is that like I want the ceremony.
Wait a second.
What?
This guy's no stranger to motels.
Oh my god, I kept. Do you ever? So okay, for my main job, I deliver food. For my day job, for how I pay rent, I keep delivering to the same couple people at the same motel in different rooms consistently. And that's always just like one of those exercises of like you run into somebody and you know nothing about them, but you have to like, do you ever meet people and you're just like, you accept the fact that you don't know anything about them? Because I don't. Anytime I meet somebody, even if I just like say like, hey, what's up? Like I have to assume like, oh, okay, this is like probably the job you have. This is probably like what you did today that put you in the mood that you were just in right now when we had that conversation. Or like, this is the reason why I see you at the motel 3 times a week in different rooms every time. Like,
just gotta get it out.
Yeah. But it's cool because Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how you. I don't know how.
I don't remember where I was.
That's like
we were at motel. Oh, I'm not a stranger to motels. I'm not. I'm just not on the fun side of not being a stranger to motels. I'm educated, not experienced.
Oh,
yeah.
And that's actually this whole first episode.
Educated, not experienced.
SWAI Talks.
There we go. That's fine. Can we remember that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down. Where's my?
That's really good, actually.
You're not good.
Yeah, you're not good at all.
That's fine.
Yeah,
we both suck at this, and that's why nobody's listening right now. What was it again? Sorry, I just
educated, not experienced, which is absolutely true.
Which is also like a lot of like
in life.
I would say with a lot of my like when it comes to photo and video stuff, there's so much, especially like video and like film and trying to study film. There's so much that I've learned about, but I don't have any actual experience with it. Like I don't have a ton of experience with sound. We spent an hour and a half trying to set this sound up. And like, this is just like, it's just
which is what SWAI is.
No, hold on. We lost our cool blue light. I'm going to fix that. Pause.
There's going to have to be some type of, the video's literally going to have to pause like in the edit. And then you're going to have to come back. Pause. Pausies.
Pause.
You know what?
I bet you can still hear me on that microphone. There's no pausing going on. No, you can't say that this battery's low too. It was just on the charger. It's also the hottest light in the world.
Maybe because it's just overheated.
It might be that. Please don't be low. No.
Malfunctions happen.
You're a malfunction.
I'm not a malfunction. I function quite fine, thank you.
I function. All right, well, I just put the same battery back in and it's working fine,
So, do.
I don't know the rest of the song.
It's not a song.
I don't know the rest of it.
Interesting.
What time are we at? I guess we can't tell on that.
So I got a question.
Yep.
How
the light's out again. It's gone forever.
Yeah.
I'm just accepting
my light went out too. When the light went out, my light went out. My light. Yeah.
What's your question?
What is SWAI to you?
What is SWAI to me?
Tell them what SWAI is first off, or should I tell them what SWAI is? It's very difficult, isn't it? Every time I try to define what SWAI is to people, it is like the longest. Like I should, as the account director or founder or whatever you want to call it of SWAI, I should be able to describe SWAI in like a minute, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to talk. There are 3 different ways and 3 different people that I would describe SWAI to 3 different ways.
Okay.
To a business person, I would say that SWAI is a marketing content creation agency. So if you have an idea, like a rough idea, we take that idea and we develop it and we shoot it. We give you the content. And that's a business. Now, as a creative, SWAI is a network. SWAI is something for
it's a label.
You to come in and like, it doesn't matter what you do. You come in and you develop that craft, or you start spreading into like other related industries or parts of the industry. So like for me, I like production. If I want to write more, I can do it through SWAI. And then to your average person, it's just a collective. Like it's a job, it's a creative agency where we just do cool marketing, creative stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll say that's good.
That's mainly it. What's your definition of SWAI?
Ooh.
Give me your elevator pitch.
No.
I'm going to the 200th floor, so you've got a little bit of time.
I would just basically say it's a multifaceted boutique creative agency. I like adding the word multifaceted because the different branches of SWAI, I consider it more of a label And when I say label, I just mean like it has the opportunity to be much bigger than just a creative agency. Like
that's, I think, the reason why I struggle to define it so many times is because if you define it, then you put it in a box, and it can't be, it can't be a clothing brand if we start wanting to design clothes. It can't be like a creative agency if we just say it's a network. We can't say it's a network if it's just a creative agency. So it's like this whole like best thing, I guess, would be it's a creative agency with a family around it. But that's like limiting.
Cause I mean, I don't want to just give away like everything that we have in store, but there's just so much we have in the works and in what we haven't touched on yet. Now that we know our major focuses,
Yeah,
we wanted to do we wanted to do so much, and that's part of me. Like that's just who I am. I have all these ideas, and in the beginning, I kind of wanted us to do this, and this, and this, but we were spreading ourselves thin, trying to accomplish, 7 to 10 ideas versus focusing on 2 to 3 things and putting all of our energy into those things to produce the best product. But I mean, it's kind of, we really need to like kind of get like figure out like the best way to describe it. But honestly, I just think we're doing a good job of like where it is currently when it comes to our focuses. And it's kind of crazy to me that people at least like know about it, considering that like how inactive we kind of are on the actual agency page.
Yeah,
like SWAI Ports is pretty active, but
like I think if you follow anybody involved in SWAI individually, you'll like see how active we are with doing things behind the scenes, like with meetings and with like these little like personal projects and tests and things like that, just so we can finally like start, instead of putting all these effort into like tests, like this might be a test. This might not go out if it doesn't work correctly. Like this is our trying it out for the first time. But like a year down the road, this might be our weekly routine. So it's like,
but the main thing with SWAI is like the meaning of it. I mean, everything SWAI is the agency, and everything starts with an idea. That's SWAI. So what we preach is start with an idea, but then execution. That was like the whole thing in the beginning of SWAI, was that all of us as creators has all these ideas, but we may not have the tools necessary to execute, or it just may be a situation to where, like myself, I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm just like, I have to have everything right before I put it out into the world, rather than just going and learning as you go and putting it out. And that's something I really struggle with, honestly. It's just like I have to like really research and do tests and get it out practice it until like the finished product is where I want it to be, rather than just kind of like learning through experience. So that's what SWAI was originally. Like the meaning was just like start an idea, then you execute.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're finally doing.
The execution part.
After like trial and error and tests and stuff like that. So, I mean, honestly, I kind of say that this does like maybe go out that way. People can just see like the growth, but like, hey, we're just
I would rather
I
would rather be able to put this out because above all, like, okay, I like the idea or love the idea of like, okay, we're putting out content that's like something we've put work into for weeks and months and like all this effort into. But even if we make sure that we're trying to focus on like the most authentic product we can, the most authentic thing we can do is put out our bad work. Not our bad work, but like our 90% of what we wanted kind of work. As much as like I may not be happy with like the color on this project that we're putting out, just because like, oh, okay, well, I made a mistake. Like in lighting, it's like kind of underexposed, so everything looks a little grungy and like it's not what I wanted. We're not going to reshoot the whole thing. We're going to put it out and show them all the other work we did around it, from like prop design and writing and like the rest of the idea, even if it's not perfect. And then slowly get to perfection. And then by then we'll have enough people following us from like hopefully recognizing the talent in the crappy stuff we've done, and to see it grow into something.
And the people following us that we hope to invite inspiration to of starting something and doing it, or just I guess that's the same thing. Well, no, just starting your idea and then following through. I mean, that's something that scheduling is always a thing, and trying to stay organized and keep going and that goes back into the distractions kind of question. Like I think that everything is a distraction when you're trying to accomplish something. I think that life throws all these obstacles at you when you're trying to accomplish something great, and it's all about how you maneuver through those distractions to stay afloat, or stay on track and stay on course. I think that obviously work is a distraction because we have to work to live, right? But that's a distraction taking us away from, like, me and you work 10 hours, 11 hours, and then our mind is like fucked. I guess our mind is just not there the next day, or we do doubles in our jobs, and then we need to have a full day to recuperate. When that full day, like, I can't even put my mind into like a creative realm. I just like need to get mentally back to where I'm just like on. So it's just
and that makes sense. There's one of my biggest like things right now is that I'll get home from work after like a 10 to 11 hour shift, and like I get home and it's like 10:30, 11, and I sit down and I just want to go to sleep or focus on something that's gonna like not be work related and just like be me for a second and kind of like let my brain glide into that like creative space instead of like trying to force myself into like, okay, I need to like sit down and edit, which like obviously over time, the more that we can force ourselves to work through those moments, the more time we earn back for ourselves, like as a business, so that we can not have to go to work as much and spend more time focusing on like or getting to that creative space. Naturally.
So I guess moral of the story is subscribe and like, so Chris and I don't have to work as much.
Speaking of, we're just about at an hour. So if you want to wrap this up, or I can, if we to get together as friends, as
infused,
as hosts, which one of us is the host right now? Which one of us is the host right now?
I'm hosting you in this space.
This is your apartment.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So this will be a traveling show. No, it's not really. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably gonna do a few episodes here.
We could still do a few at my place too.
I guess we could. Then you would be the host.
Yeah.
Will it be cookies? Will it be fortune cookies?
There can be regular cookies, and I can grab fortune cookies from work.
Yeah, you can.
We have the dope ass, the chocolate, vanilla, and orange swirled fortune cookies, which I didn't recognize until it was brought up to my attention. I just thought they were colorful, or like first I thought they were like burned or like weirdly cooked or something, but they're just like Neapolitan cookies. You're addicted to social media. Get off Instagram. We're gonna finish the podcast now. This is the end.
I was checking my DMs, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.